Howdy, wanderers. Today, we're taking a slight detour from the usual hype as to why South Rim should be your top pick. And instead, we're rustling up 10 reasons why you might want to mosey on past it. So grab your hat, saddle up, and let's rustle up some truth.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon, the wildest escapade this side of the Mississippi. I'm the Canyon Cowboy, a time traveler from the early 1900s, and somehow got wrangled up in this labyrinth of modernity. But fret not, for me and my trusty steed Jackpot are fixing to orchestrate an experience of a lifetime for you. So cinch up those saddles and get ready for a wild ride. The South Rim of Grand Canyon is like a gold rush for travelers, pulling in around 5 million folks each year. It's got the jaw-dropping views, the fancy amenities, and iconic spots like Mather Point that folks just can't resist. But like a wild bronco, it's got some quirks that might give you pause. In this here video, we're breaking down 10 mighty good reasons why you might want to rethink your South Rim adventure and find yourself a quieter trail for a more genuine Grand Canyon experience.
Now, before we hit the trail, allow me to introduce my trusty steed, Jackpot. Whoa, steady now. We'll settle up in just a sec. As I was saying, we'd be much obliged if you give this video a hearty thumbs up and subscribe for more adventures. And if you're bound for these here parts, peruse GrandCanyonPosse.com for all of your travel needs. We got transportation, guided excursions, itineraries, accommodations, and the best grub around these parts. Join the posse and let's make indelible memories. Now where was I? Right. Let's giddy up. Woo! Now let's kick this off with the most obvious one, the Stampede of People.
The South Rim can get busier than a one-eyed cat in a fish market, especially during the high times like summer weekends and spring break. The sheer volume of folks can turn your peaceful canyon stroll into a bustling rodeo. And speaking of rodeos, finding a parking spot can be like finding a needle in a haystack. It's more crowded than a cattle auction on a Saturday night, and you might spend more time circling for parking than actually enjoying the view. 2. Commercialization. Some parts near the South Rim are as commercialized as a town square on payday. You'll find souvenir shops, tourist traps, and flashy attractions that can distract you from the natural beauty of the canyon. It's like trying to enjoy a quiet sunset with a mariachi band playing in your ear. Plus, all that glitz can hike up prices faster than a bucking bronco. 3. The cacophony of noise. With so many folks and their cameras, it can get louder than a hen house at feeding time. From tour buses rumbling through to chatty tourists in a dozen different languages, it can feel more like a circus than a serene nature retreat. And let's not forget those helicopter tours zipping overhead. They stay clear of the main part of the park, but in the town of Tucson, just outside the main entrance, they buzz like a swarm of bees. 4. The South Rim's prices can be higher than a cat's back. You might find your wallet getting tighter faster than a tumbleweed in a whirlwind. Everything from accommodations to snacks can cost more than you'd expect. It's like trying to buy a glass of water in the desert. You might pay a pretty penny for what should be simple. 5. It's distance from Phoenix. If you're planning on flying into Phoenix and expecting to hit up the South Rim with a simple hop, skip, and a jump, think again. One way, driving from Phoenix, you're looking at least a 3 to 4 hour excursion. And that's if you're not making any stops. So keep in mind that half your day is shot just to get there. And if you're wanting to head out and back in the same day, you're in for a very long day with spending minimal amount of time at the actual rim. 6. If what you're yearning for is a wilderness experience. If you're itching for a taste of the wild, the South Rim can feel more like a crowded corral than untouched nature. The constant hustle and bustle can wrangle away that sense of adventure. Sometimes you gotta ride a bit further up to find that open wide range view. Now, the further down you hike into the canyon, the crowds do lessen. Just remember the adage if you decide to go down to the canyon steps. Going down is optional, but coming back up is mandatory. 7. Long lines. Standing in queues can really throw a wrench in your canyon adventures. It's akin to watching the slowest calf in the herd drag itself across the finish line of a never-ending race. When things are at their worst, the lines at the main entrance can stretch for miles, leaving folks stuck in a loop of reading the same bumper sticker for up to 3 hours. To dodge this stampede, aim for entering super early or super late, or mosey on over to the east gate near Desert View. 8. The lack of cultural sensitivity. Even though the park aims to corral reverence for the land and its heritage, it can often seem like folks are more fixated on snapping selfies than honoring the sanctity of this ground. It's crucial to doff your hat to the Native American legacy and tread softly on the sacred terrain. The Navajo, Hopi, Wallapai, and Havasupai people have woven their histories into this landscape for generations. Take care, leave no trace, and honor their cultures with every step. 9. In 2 words, no vacancy. If you don't plan ahead, you might find yourself sleeping under the stars without meaning to. Rooms and campsites fill up faster than a barrel in a rainstorm, so make your reservations early, and I'm talking months, not days. Or prepare for some creative camping solutions, or hitting the trails to Williams or Flagstaff before you can put them dogs up and take a load off. 10. Its distance from Vegas. Many folks flying into Vegas see the Grand Canyon on the map and think, hey, it's next door. Well, it is, and it isn't. The iconic views you may be accustomed to seeing online of the Grand Canyon usually come from the south rim of the national park. From Vegas, it's going to be a little over 4 hours driving if you do it in a straight shot, 8 hours if you want to do it round trip.
And just for kicks, let's do one more. The South Rim may not be ideal for you if you yearn to see the region's other geological attractions in northern Arizona and southern Utah.
If you have your eyes set on also seeing Zion, Bryce Canyon, Arches National Park, Monument Valley, the South Rim will add another 2 to 3 hours of driving to your trip, rather than heading up the North Rim, which is much closer to other attractions in northern Arizona and southern Utah. So, if a roundabout trip hitting up multiple parks in one go is tickling your fancy, you may want to opt out of seeing the South Rim altogether. When planning your Grand Canyon adventure, consider timing, just like catching a bronco at its calmest. Spring, fall, and winter can offer quieter trails and fewer crowds. Arriving early or late can also help dodge the stampede. Exploring lesser-known trails can uncover hidden gems and give you that genuine cowboy feel. And always remember to respect the land and its history. It's more than just a pretty view.
Well, while the South Rim does have its allure, do not shy away from forging your own path and discovering your own personal slice of Grand Canyon heaven. And that's exactly what we're here to assist you on over at GrandCanyonPosse.com. And opt in for weekly emails with the top deals in the area, from lodging, tours, and the best grub in the entire region. So you can dive deeper into the Grand Canyon, all while saving a buck. So, until our paths cross again, I will see you on down the trail, my friend.